Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be featuring my NATURNEST Polaris rooftop tent. This thing is an absolute game changer when it comes to mobile camping. This thing is made very, very nicely, very heavy duty, weighs about 175 pounds. I was able to get it up there by myself by ratcheting it up there. Other than that, you might need some extra help because it's pretty heavy. So I got it sitting on top of this rack that I just picked up on top of my 2020 Ford Ranger. I customized my truck for my liking down here in South Texas. We have a family ranch that do a lot of off-roading out in the sand, and there's a lot of brush as well. That's why I have my brush guard on there. Got all my lights. I have a light bar attached to the top of the NATURNEST as well. Yes, I have the running boards on there because I needed the assistance to be able to get up in there because of that. And yes, I bought myself a rooftop tent. I'm gonna climb up this ladder here in a bit, show you guys the inside. Absolutely love the setup. Like I said, I could have went with the bigger tent, but I wanted a smaller one just because I have a Ford Ranger, not the biggest truck in the world. And this is how I plan on powering everything. I had this little all-power power bank that I got from a review. And then 400 watts of solar. There's still a couple more panels behind those, which I plan on mounting at the top once the tent's set up. I'll have it running down the top of the tent and on top of the truck. So anywhere I go camping, I'll be charging this power bank by solar and be able to use everything up in the tent as well. One thing I liked about this setup is that it gives me a lot of access back here when I'm working. I do a lot of DIY stuff. I always run into Lowe's for projects, so this gives me plenty of room to work back here. It has lights on the back side. This rack does, not the tent. The tent does have hookups over here. I gotta look into this a little bit better, but I'm gonna see if I could try to hook up some solar there to the inside. But for now, I'll just use my little power bank, which is not an issue. This thing is, I believe, $1,100. I got it on sale though, so I think it was around $1,000 that I got it. So definitely be able to get my money's worth going camping. We also have the family ranch. I can use that as a basically a blind. I can back in somewhere, unzip all the windows, and just sit up in there and do a little bit of hunting as well. It's our private property. We can do what we want out there basically. So yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and knock everything back down like nothing ever happened. Show you guys how long it takes to set everything up. I'll show you the inside, all the bells and whistles that it has. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something from the video. And if you want to get one, I got mine on eBay and it took maybe about a week and a half to get to my place. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Let's get into it. All right. I'm not going to rush through it or anything. It's pretty simple. You can put the ladder on any side that you want. I'll just do it right here for now, which I have a truck, so I probably wouldn't. But yeah, there you have it. Easy as that. All aboard. No shoes inside the tent. They do come with some bags, but I don't have them hooked on yet. They're inside the truck. But yeah, very easy to put this thing together, and it's kind of cool being up a little bit higher so you can have a little advantage point around you. All right, so there's the view of the pond. We got the well running, trying to fill the thing up. Got a view of the goats back that way. I just have them down right now. Like I said, if we're going hunting, you can unzip the zipper here, get all this mesh out of the way, and you can hunt basically in every direction. If it gets cold, which it's December, close that up. It gets very dark in here. I'm going to throw my shoes off. Ugh. Come on, pirate, get that thing out of here. All right, there we go. I'm gonna close it all up and we're gonna see how dark it gets in here. Let's see, I gotta undo these out here. Get that part down. That part down. There you go. All right, very, very dark. That's the zipper for that. I need to do this other zipper. All right, so got that side zipped up, that side zipped up. All that's left is this side over here. This is a 2 to 3 person tent. I think maybe 2 adults and a small little kid, but nothing more than that. I'm gonna go ahead and zip this one up. It's gonna get dark. All right, so the only bit of light I see looks like 2 little tiny vents way up here at the top, which you can barely even see. So this thing is sealed up pretty nicely. Very warm in here. Another vent on this side, which is hard to see. Now I gotta figure out where the zippers are. My first time in here with it dark like this, so bear with me, guys. All right, so that right there is very, very nice. Something my mom would enjoy. She likes sleeping when it's pitch dark. Another thing I liked about this is on the top it has all this access for storage, so your cell phones or whatever else you need. There's also some storage down here on the sides, both sides, his and hers, or hers and hers, and his and his, and his and hers, and hers and his, or however the hell people do it these days. Who the hell knows? It does have access up here to some LED lights that are ran across that little white strip. I'll show you that here in a little bit once I get everything set up. Let me open up some of this, get more light in here. That cross breeze is amazing. I might actually sleep in this thing tonight. Why not? It's supposed to get down to the 40s, I believe. Where are we at? This side. But yeah, a lot of headspace. It's angled, so what I would do if I was sleeping in here, which I'm going to, I will put my foot, because I only got one, at that side over there, and my head on this side. So a lot of headspace on this side. This is meant for SUVs, Jeeps, and smaller trucks. So I'm 5'8", not the tallest person in the world, but this works out perfect for me. It also has some connections down here, which is kind of dark. I'll show you here in a little bit. But it's for all your power and stuff. So we'll get all that stuff hooked up from the power supply down below. And once again, when I'm camping, I am not going to put my ladder right here on the back side of my truck because I need my tailgate down to access everything else. All right, so now I'm going to pull out my solar. These things are pretty heavy. Like I said, there's about 4 or 5 of these panels in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the tent down. This is something I would do before I do all this other stuff. I just want to show you all the inside real quick, but I'm going to take out these 2 little bars here, pull the tent back down, and then I'll go ahead and lift up the solar, lay it down, and help assist pushing the tent back up, because it does need assistance when it has weight like that on it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you how I do this. You may have different solar panels, different setups, but this is just the way I'm doing everything and giving you guys different options on how you can get everything set up. All right guys, so we're back up in the tent once again. I don't have the proper setup to be able to power this with my solar, but you can always use an extension cord. I'm using my laptop up here for the USB to be able to power the light switch up here, which I'll show you here in a second. All right, so it's pretty bright. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn it off real quick. We'll close up the sides here. Show you that it's almost pitch dark other than my laptop. Kind of hard to see in here. There's the little switch. And you got yourself some LED lights in here. Plenty enough room and light to be able to see in here properly. I like how it feels like it's pretty well insulated as well. Everything just seems like it's made very, very nicely. I think you can also dim and change the colors. So you want to set the mood for the ladies. Or if you hear something outside you want to know what it is, make it as bright as you can, and then let's see what this other button does. All right, you can switch the color. So 3 different modes. I kind of like that one. It's just a mixture of both. I can come in here and do all my editing and stuff if I'm out on the road. And then if I can get my light on my phone here, there's this setup back here built in, which is very, very nice. It's got a very nice comfy mattress in here. I think it's 3 inches thick. And yeah, let me go ahead and open up some of this for some airflow. It's getting a little warm in here, which is great because it's in the 50s right now. Yeah, so there's a little on and off switch once again. That's pretty cool. Just another feature. I didn't know that it had that when I bought the tent. I also did not know that it had all the ports and stuff over here for power as well, and the hookup underneath for solar and stuff as well. So I got to figure out exactly what I want and what I need for those, and then I'll officially be able to get this thing set up. I have multiple uses for this tent. One, obviously to go camping. 2, to go hunting at the ranch. I can just back in, like I said, and go spend the night somewhere and wake up super early in the morning, open up all the sides like this, and I have 3 sides that I can access to go hunting. And then also when I go fishing at the beach, I can just pop the tent up out at the beach and just sit in here and not have to sit out in the sun. I thought about getting an awning for the side. I'm just not sure if they make them with the hard tops, but yeah, not that far off the ground. Once again, it's a very good thing down here because of snakes. I don't want to be sleeping with any rattlesnakes or anything, or any pigs like at the ranch. Last time I was out there, there was a bunch of wild pigs that were off in the distance running around. So this gets me up off the ground. It's not an issue for me to climb up in here with my prosthetic. Y'all saw me do it fairly easy. And yeah, if I could build that house back there from the ground up, I can easily get up inside of a tent. So definitely well worth the money. I just now noticed there's another zipper up here. It's like the gift that keeps giving. What is that? Oh yeah, it just makes the window a little bit bigger, gives more airflow up top. That's cool. And then those were the vents that I was showing you earlier when it was zipped up. Once again, you got your his and hers bags on the sides. It comes with that retractable ladder up to, for basically any truck, I guess. I don't know how tall it gets, maybe 10 foot. And it sits nicely on this rack. So yeah, that's my video on the NATURNEST Polaris hard shell rooftop tent on top of my Ford Ranger. I absolutely love it. Definitely worth the money. Fits my lifestyle very, very nicely. And yeah, it just looks pretty badass overall. I like the way it looks when it's closed, and I like the way it looks when it's open, especially with the solar and everything on it. It's just a nice little rig to be going camping in. So comment down below, let me know what you guys think. You can get this on Amazon, eBay, pretty much anywhere. Some places sell it a little bit cheaper than others, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get my money's worth out of this, and I absolutely love, once again, that I have room in the back to be able to work. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel at South Texas Roots. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Take me back to South Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs.